आज जे मुख्यमंत्र्यांनी जे बजेट प्रेझेंट केला 23-24, I call it maximum announcement and minimum achievement. You all must have seen जे I highlight केले pertaining to 22-23 budget as highlighted in the action taken report that this government has failed and now passed झाला in spite of it getting 380 KTs जे supplementary demands म्हणून त्यांना हे दिले पण implementation on the ground is zero. Several issues, if you look, one of the major issue today in Goa is the rising unemployment and the youth of this state are worried about their future. Engineers, graduates, postgraduates, they don't have jobs. I don't look at the situation improving in the coming years. Today we are the second most unemployed state in the country. In the years to come, or maybe possibly next budget session, I'm sure with the budget that the CM has proposed, that this unemployment will raise and we might become the first unemployed state in the country. There doesn't seem to be any vision, only announcements. Now, one request that we had asked the Honorable Chief Minister with regards to social welfare, कित्याक बारीक लोकांगेले पैसे जावं लाडली लक्ष्मी जावं विडोज जावं जे पेन्शन तांकां मेळटा पर्सन विथ डिसेबिलिटीज हे लोकांक ताबडतोब without any delay मेळो जाय. So he is given an assurance. Let us see. Announcement केल्या, it looks very joy, everyone feels happy, this is done, that is done, but how much will it be implemented? Because we have serious doubts on the implementation of this budget. Now, the total outlay of 26,844 crores is completely unrealistic. If you look, he has admitted that there will be a shortfall of 800 crores, which he plans to collect through mining, and he says that there will be a rise in the GST. With the current ways that the mining blocks have been auctioned, doesn't look like this mining is going to start. Doesn't look like job opportunities are going to be created. So I think this government is a jumlabazi sarkar. They are basically fooling the people. And you see the tourism also today, it is at its lowest. Law and order is at its lowest. So no sector is there where people could be happy. Now we expect, if you see, there is almost a silver jubilee of announcements with Mukhyamantri. Mukhyamantri ye yojana, Mukhyamantri te yojana, more than 25. I was just looking at it. I stopped counting after 25. So these will be mere announcements. Tourism sector is at its lowest today. And all the stakeholders, I believe several stakeholders had gone to him asking for relief after COVID. What has he done in respect to this tourism department? Only these lollipops have been given to these departments. Absolutely, implementation will be zero. I'm quite sure. He has, there are certain things that I welcomed personally. One was the seafarers pension scheme that had to be made permanent. But that also whether it is going to be implemented. See, you see the delay that these schemes and pensioners, retired people are waiting for 6 months. Persons in indigent sportsmen in indigent conditions, they are waiting even for years. So basically, he has announced, I had requested him in the last session that he should take additional grants for the official language, Kongani Bhash, Amgeli. So I welcome that step of his. Also, I had written a letter to him regarding the Autism Care Center. And I feel persons with disabilities have full right. And hopefully, he's created another department for welfare of persons with disability. This was the need of the hour. Now, when will mining restart? There is no say from this chief minister. He fails to say when it will restart. 4 mining block आमगेले auction झाले. Out of those 4 mining blocks, some have bidded at 139%. Is it feasible for a mine to start at, or a company to operate at 139%, 99%, 108%? So basically, how and when will mining start? How will he create these avenues? आम्ही सांगलोले की there are various mediums he should tap in. जे GST collection जाता. It is a failure of this government mechanism to basically cash in on all these GST revenues, and there are a lot of loopholes that we highlighted. So I believe that this current government has done nothing with the new education policy. Implementation जाऊ पहा. So when a child is born up to 8 years, the brain develops. And जे भुरगे 8 वर्सांपासून जे तकलेन घेता, the brain basically it is the future of our children is in with regard the policy is good, the new education policy, but the implementation with the allocation that is given to the education department, whether he will be able to successfully take this new education policy ahead. I have serious doubts on that, whether this is going to be taken, will be a success. And basically they are working on the dictates of the central government. गोयंबोर law and order a problem झाला. गोयंबोर आज जे ये 3 linear project आहे, जे environment, they are talking about green projects. I asked them that what about the जे आमगेले disaster झाला environmentaचा, what about that? What about the fires? जे 100 years लागतले, almost more than 100 years it will take. And for this forest to grow back, no plan from this government regarding this. This is an important issue. Lastly, I welcome the step in regards to Madai. But when we welcome the step in regards to Madai, he said that he would get 3 projects in the Madai basin. This was expected. Whether this is going to be another political jumla, aaj Karnataka election declare kela till May 10. We will have to see whether they are really serious, because the chief minister has no reply on what the home minister of the country has said. He doesn't deny nor he confirms. When the meeting took place in the first place regarding Madai, at that time we had asked him, all the Congress MLAs had asked him that what transpired in the meeting day. So he is not serious. And I believe just making only आश्वासना दिले, we have seen all this. आमका जे केंद्र सरकाराले एक प्रत्येक जनतेक 15 लाख मेळटले म्हणून सांगलोले, मेळाय काय? So this looks like another jumla.
Okay.
शेअर करून द्या ना तुम्ही.
It's live, sir.
आम्ही budget पळयला, and I think I could use one phrase that this is a spirited budget. Spirited म्हणल्यार कित्याक फेणी our Goan drink is sought to be promoted. आनी तुमी जाणात हांव सोरो पिना पूण कोण सोरो पिता हाय जाता, दुसरे दीस हँगओवर जाता आनी परत न्यूट्रल जाता. So this budget is going to be like Feni, where you will be taken up the spirit, and at the end of the day nothing will come out. Now look at it. Oile, they have their unfulfilled works of last year's budget to be still completed. If you could not, after taking so many additional voter accounts and supplementary demands were made, you could not fulfill those budgetary promises of last time. So you are still carrying over. This is like a hangover which you are getting. And that is why this I call it a spirited budget. Now, Madeche kit म्हणला, because that was something very interesting which came out. आमचे मादेचे कित म्हणलं ते 3 प्रोजेक्ट आमचे मादे बेसिना हाडून वयतात. So Vasta, 3 new projects have been proposed by the government in the Madhe Basin at Nirankal, Kajumol and Tatodi, having an average storage capacity of 11.21, 4 and 5.7 MCM respectively. This will go a long way in improving irrigation and drinking water network. एक part in Madhe Pravah law. That is why I was asking Madhe Pravah law. Your entire Madhe will be controlled by that authority. So your water, everything, whatever is being done will be controlled by that authority. The moment that comes under that authority, all these things which you are promising in the budget will again evaporate like alcohol. So it will be another spiritual exercise to show it to us, Uttatma. Nothing will turn out. You look at the end of the day, which I pointed out. First, we will have the Madhe Pravah, which is Madhe authority, touches to the mouth of the Mandovi river, Mixdwari river, and from that point is the Mormugao Port authority. So you have 2 authorities which will control the waters, and Goa government goes for a toss. Even otherwise, if you remember, under the Inland Waterways Authority of India, आमगे नुया हाते सगळे central government के हाते दिले, and that now has been given in the hands of the MPA. So now, if by front door or back door you are giving it in the hands of the central government, or you are giving it to somebody else, what remains in your hand for fulfilling your budgetary promises? So I think that this is something which the government will have to seriously think, because and what I pointed out in the House under Section 6A of the Interstate Water Dispute Act, thing a provision and same way under that same section they have also established the Kaveri Water Authority, central government. You understand? So it will be the same Madhe Pravah which they are called. They will put it by this. Now the next part is mining. We should not forget that mining has been our major source of revenue. Mining was stopped by Manohar Parrikar and the BJP in 2012. It first he even took credit for having stopped the mining, and later started pretending it was the Supreme Court had stopped it. I know it because I was appearing for the central government. It was stopped in Goa in September 2012, and the Supreme Court order came in on 4 December 2012. So I know these dates very well, and I know that Supreme Court did not stop it. Supreme Court prevented state or the central government from going ahead to give clearance, because then it was quite apparent that might have been like, you come to me and I will help you. You don't come to me, or you don't meet my demand, I will not do it. So this was mining death, which was started by the BJP government. Now, what did they do to take out the mining? In the Supreme Court, आमचे सरकारान सांगले लूट मारतात म्हणून, looting करतात. So the Supreme Court said, what justification is there? You have got to give it back. In the order, it is judgment, it is there. You said that they are defaulters, they are looted so much. And then finally, Supreme Court found that there is no justification to give them mining. So again, you could kill them there. Then third, आता सगळे केले. I think people must be aware. Mine owner, these bidders have only gone to the court. A petition हा High Court आहे. कित म्हणून that तुम्ही सांगला ते environment clearance जाय. आता आमगे सगळे bidding जाते. तुम्ही म्हणतात environment clearance ना सांगू. Now, if you require environment clearance, it will have to go to the process of getting an environment clearance from the central government. Now, if it has to get from central government, it's not something which you press a button and today you give and tomorrow you get it. It will go through the entire process. And if it has to go through the entire process, you can't fool these people and tell them just because we need money, you take the order and start. And somebody will go to court and stop them by saying you can't do it. So, these people who have bid are right in their apprehension that you can't force us when you require to, and this will be another thing which you will see. The mining for a begin starts rational, because this issue will have to be cleared. If assuming even government of Goa keeps on saying yes, don't require, The law requires you will have to obtain that environment clearance. So no one can stop the law. So another thing, the major thing which I have seen, आमचे सरकार गोयचे सरकार लोकांक contract basis जाता. The budget should have made provision for these people to regularize them, to absorb them, because for so many years they are on contract basis dolla, whether it's in a municipality, whether it's in the panchayat, whether now even they are putting teachers in the on contract basis in the human resources development corporation. Also again it is on contract basis for years, 15 years, 9 years. You look at it, what is the future of these people? These are poor people who are working for, I would say, wages virtually, and hardly they get 15,000 to 20,000 in a month. They support themselves, their family, they have got their parents, so many others, household this thing, repairs or whatever, bike or car. I doubt many of them will have a car. But lokachi paristhiti kite. If you send them home, they will have crossed the age to get a job. They will not even be eligible to be applying for any job. So I think the budget should have been more people friendly, people oriented, instead of giving any of these big titles. Either only so many times I heard Pradhan Mantri's name in it. But no, they also kept on saying Pradhan Mantri, some scheme from there. Nothing is coming. You look at our GST. I'm getting GST. I'm getting if our money comes on time, then I think our government will work much more efficiently. आयले त्यांना एक बक्षीस दिलेशे व्हडले celebration करतात, as if some big thing has dropped from heaven. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. It is what is due should have been come promptly. Now, and you call a double engine. You have a government of the BJP here in Goa. You have a government of the BJP in Delhi. So why should it not come faster? Why should Goa be getting a stepmotherly treatment? Look at the last union budget. Thousands of crores have even been given to Karnataka, even for water and drinking and water projects, which would include our Madhe. What about Goa? Goa, which has given so much for the nation, Goa, which is the pride of our country. So I think this is a very kind of a budget. I won't say anti-people, but not pro-people budget. You understand? So I think that that's why I say, I conclude once again repeating, this is a very spirited budget, where you will be taken up, तुमके बेश वयर ओतले एक हाय मेटलो आणि परत दिस उठले त्यांना तो फटले तो जमीन पडलो काय ना.
Doctor, regarding the mining, now they said the mining will be started, but the mining was stopped because of the illegality. So is that now the proof it is illegal is done or illegal mining?
I ask you one question. When you say illegalities, there are two types of illegalities. One is major violations, another is minor violations. Because I was the lawyer, it's like that. Look, for me, no politics was involved. For me, you follow the law. So the officer said, sir, there are major violations which we will stop. But if there are minor violations, we can issue a notice, we can ask them to rectify, or we can fine them if we find it's right. Now, coming to your question specifically. What were the violations noticed? Can you list out the violations? There were allegations made, and even a PSC report was thrown on the face, which was never even presented. Even the Shah Commission report is pending before the Supreme Court. Now my question is, if you found any violations, if you find something was wrong, did you file FIR? Did you prosecute them? You did everything, because that time Congress was in power. And you led a campaign to destabilize Congress. Mining scam was one of the biggest things which was being projected on the road. Finally, what came out? After so many years, what came out? Today you're in the government. What have you done till once? Don't make allegations if you can't sustain it. Politics is one thing, but making these serious allegations is a different thing.
This is not made for the common people.
Then you can take questions. Say, namaskar. आणि I'll put in the other way around about the budget. Normally, the opposition always tries to put something negative, but first thing I'll just put it other way around. Honorable Amge Chief Minister Dev government first place because then हांवें केपें मतदार संघान आमदार अशें म्हूण आनी आमगेच्या लोकांक जायतो त्रास जातालो काजू बियांचो तेन्ना 100 वोटर आसले तुमी एलोकेट केला दो when you utilize that money it has to be people oriented लोकांक लोकल्सांक तेंगे सजेशन्स घेवन एक काबूदरामा फोटाचें काम करचें. नाव आय कम टू द बजट. Budget propose almost 26,800 crores. I am not sure will be a reality or just an assumption that it will be 26,800 crores. So, but see, when a budget comes, and normally when a budget is presented, lok rauta, general public rauta, baba ya budget amka samanya muncha kit metle. So you tell me what is given in this budget? Lok rautalo to get relief from petrol, relief from gas, relief from basic commodities. Tenka day to day kita tejer lok amma kitari metalo. But I don't think so. There is nothing given for a common man. So loka kikdal it is not people oriented. The general public meta tasle budget no. Magdista एम्प्लॉयमेंटा बद्दल व्हडले काय आमगेलो ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर पळयला आमच्या केपेंच्या मतदारसंघान म्हाका दिसता इतले एम्प्लॉयमेंट अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट आहा आमकां तेजेरी व्हडलेशें इन जनरल इन स्टेट एज वेल एज आमकां वेन आय एम टॉकिंग आय बी मोर दीस विथ माय सेंट्रीक विथ माय कॉन्स्टिट्युएन्सी. आतां सगल्यांक मेळा म्हाका दिसता केपेंच्या मतदारसंघान आमगेल्या ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टरांक म्हाका दिसता तेजे मनशा बराबर आमी केपें भायर सोले दिसलें काय म्हूण केपें बद्दल तुमी जर चोयल्यार आमकां कांयच ना. आमकां म्हाका दिसता हांवें टोल्ड ऑनरेबल हेल्थ मिनिस्टर आनी चीफ मिनिस्टर हांवें पयलें सांगलें आमकां 2 हेल्थ सेंटर्स अर्बन आनी एक प्रायमरी अपग्रेडेशन कांय ना. वेर इट इज लो इन बाळ्ळी आनी इन केपें देर इज नो कार्डिओ फेसिलिटी डेंटल ना कांय ना आमकां नो स्पेशल डॉक्टर्स कांय ना. सो म्हाका दिसता आमकां थिंगाय बद्दल कांय ना. स्पोर्ट्स फेसिलिटी टायम एंड अगेन आय सो आस्क the honorable sports minister and the chief minister amgela ek ground na kepecha मतदारसंघ एक sports complex which is not equipped amkai dikhaya kai na. All these things I had asked. Education sector आमच्या केपेच्या मतदारसंघात हाय स्कूल 20 आहे आणि ऑलमोस्ट 13 हाय स्कूल्स आणि 20 प्रायमरी स्कूल्स आहे आणि तांकां ते अपग्रेड गोवले थोडे तरी आमकां बजेट तिन्यां घाल म्हणलें आनी कितें तरी अपग्रेडेशन को म्हणलें थिंगाय आमगेलो ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर कांय उलयना. सी दिस आय फील इन जनरल बजेटाचेर आमगे येलोपी आमगे दोतोर कालुसय उलयला बट आय वॉन्ट टू बी वेरी सेंट्रीक विथ केपें दॅट केपेंकारांक पयलींच्या कोण लिडरां बारां म्हाका केपें सोडलें अशें दिसता म्हाका हे बीजेपी सरकारान आनी असली अन्याय करची न्हू बिकॉज देर इज नॉट अ सिंगल this केप्यांक बाबा एक कितें तरी केलें कांयच एक शब्द उलयत ना केपेंचे लिविंग दॅट 40 crores ऑल्सो इट इज डिवायडेड टू फॉर थ्री फोर्ट्स म्हाका दिसता एक इन पोंडा केपें एंड वन मोर प्लेस आय डोंट रिमेंबर. सो सरकारान बीजेपी सरकारान केपें एक मतदारसंघ आहा म्हूण चिंतचें कित्याक आमी केपेंकारां पासत येयले आनी आय हॅव टायम एंड अगेन I have put lot of problems faced by our people of Kepen for so many years which has not been considered. So I also don't feel it is a people oriented. In the other way, though I am a hotelier, politicians are hotelier. Here naatyan now सांगपाक शकता आमगे tourism industry is going down. सकल असोदा there is no relief given to small and medium hotels. Kainch na facility. You go to see other states, other countries. जे place like Goa. जे आफ्टर मायनिंग ट्युरिजमान जे जगता आनी हे ट्युरिजमान पयशे येता ते हॉटेल इंडस्ट्रीक जे मॅक्झिमम आतां रेव्हेन्यू क्रिएट जनरेट करता कितें दिलां देर इज नो बेनिफीट. ऑन द कॉन्ट्ररी आमगे पयले स्पोर्ट्स वॉटर स्पोर्ट्स आयले ते जेल इंट्रोड्यूस करताय आनी ऑल दीस थिंग्स आनी वयल्यान चिडटाय. सो वॉट इज देर शेक ओनर्स आहाय हॉटेल इंडस्ट्री आहा वॉटर स्पोर्ट्स आहा कांयच ना. देर इज नो रिलीफ एंड दिस इज द ओनली वे आय थिंक सो आफ्टर मायनिंग आमकां रेव्हेन्यू जनरेट करता. सो देर इज नथींग देन आनी मेजर इशू जे आमगे ऑनरेबल आमदारान कालुसान सांगले प्रमाणे कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट लेबर जाय ते टिचर्स आहाय तांकां न्यू जॉब्स आनी क्रिएट मुडीत आहाय बट हांवें तांकां ऑब्जर्व करून तांकां फिक्स करपाचें हेजेर कांयच म्हाका दिसता उलोवप जालें ना सो ओवरऑल आय डोंट थिंक सो इट्स अ पीपल फ्रेंडली ओरिएंटेड बजेट सो दॅट इज ऑल
टॅक्स कसलोच वाडोवंक ना म्हटलं
अरे टॅक्स वाडयला नाव यू सी दिस इज इज मेड अ ओल्ड घोषणा केले मेजर मॅक्सिमम अनाउन्समेंट मिनिमम अचीवमेंट टॅक्स वाडयला मू आतां लोकांक कितें हरयलें का बारीक लोकांक गॅस जावं सिलिंडर पेट्रोल ट्रान्सपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंटान कितें आहा वॉट द कॉमन मॅन हॅज लोक कितें सांगता टॅक्स वाडयनाक म्हणटा उण कर म्हणटा उण कर म्हण न्हू सो दीस गव्हर्मेंट हे टायम पास करता सांगलोलें की दे आर नॉट
पेड आसा
दे आर आमी